When the invading army come to your door, what do? Do you run for cover? Do you try and escape? Or do you stay and fight back? Or do you accept defeat and just try and get along with the new regime? I'm in Kraków in the Małopolska region of Poland to tell you the story of a country where from the first day to the last day of World War II, the answer was fight.
I've come to Krakow's Home Army Museum, which holds one of the most impressive historical collections I've ever seen. And it tells the story of Poland, the only European country that refused to establish a collaborationist government with Nazi Germany.
And never to have a single SS division or regiment throughout the whole of World War II.
Instead, the Polish people, defeated on the field of battle by the mechanized Nazi units in September 1939 and stabbed in the back by a simultaneous Russian invasion, refused to go down fighting. Polish patriots created an unbelievable nationwide resistance movement, the Armia Krajowa, or Home Army. It's unbelievable because the Home Army wasn't a collection of partisans with rifles hiding in a forest. It was a state within a state, replicating the entire machinery of a sovereign nation.
But the struggle wasn't just an armed one. It was a battle for the soul of the nation.
Education, banned by the Germans, continued in secret. There were underground theatres, magazines, newspapers and books. So whilst every other occupied country functioned under German control, Poland maintained a secret parallel republic, and it became the largest resistance operation of World War II.
And it's here at the Home Army Museum in Kraków where you really do feel like you're travelling back in time and touching history. And here are 4 spectacular stories that have amazed me. What I'm holding in my hands right now is one of the most important historical documents of World War II. It's the original eyewitness testimonies, begun in 1941, of the mass executions at Auschwitz and the horrors of the Holocaust. These very pages were written by Captain Witold Pilecki, a Polish Home Army officer who deliberately allowed himself to be imprisoned in Auschwitz and then escaped to warn the world. The British Foreign Office and the American War Department received these reports, but dismissed them as exaggerations, and the Holocaust continued. The Polish Home Army wasn't just about brave men, it was about brave women as well, and thousands of them served as couriers, agents and soldiers too. And one of the greatest legends in the resistance was Elżbieta Zawadzka, known as Agent Zo. Using her fluent German, incredibly, she travelled throughout occupied Europe, through Germany, through occupied France and on to Spain, sending messages to the Polish government in exile in London. Then in 1943, she became the only woman member of the Cichociemni, the silent and unseen elite-level commandos who were parachuted back into Poland. And then she went on to become the chief courier of the Home Army, sending coded messages throughout Europe. In September 1944, Hitler's new wonder weapon, the V2 rocket, started raining down on England, killing thousands and causing panic amongst civilians. I even remember my own grandmother telling me about it. But what most people don't know is the Allies knew all about this rocket. And the reason was, the Germans had sent up a test rocket which had crash landed, and the Polish resistance were able to get their hands on it, disassemble it, and then incredibly fly it back to London. So the Allies actually had months to prepare for the power of this weapon. It's been called one of the greatest intelligence achievements in the history of warfare. And it's not an exaggeration to say that the Polish resistance probably saved thousands of British lives. Throughout the long years of German occupation, the Polish Home Army carried out not just thousands of individual actions, but always operated as a coordinated national organisation.
Its greatest stand came in the Warsaw Uprising, when 50,000 underground soldiers fought the Germans for 63 days, while their Soviet allies watched from across the river and the Western allies largely failed to intervene. The uprising was brutally crushed. The city of Warsaw was wiped from the earth, up to 200,000 civilians were killed, and the Home Army was left betrayed by the very powers it had fought beside.
They weren't just fighting for victory, they were fighting for the very idea of their nation. And it's here at the Home Army Museum in Kraków, in the Małopolska region in Poland, where you can discover the thrilling story of the largest resistance organisation in the whole of World War II. Come and pay tribute to the men and women of the resistance to ensure their incredible story of bravery and defiance is never forgotten.